Hello, today's video is going to be about keyboard controllers. So I've got two keyboard controllers here that both work on my project. The main thing about this is I started out with this VT82C42V with my project, and it's a very good controller for compatibility. It's easy to use, it's easy to program. The catch is they're not available. Got the VT82C42V, and they are available, and they are pin compatible. It's a little different. I did find, if you see my other videos, I had to connect pin 8 to ground. This one doesn't care if it's connected to the ground. This one here does. So, since I've been working on my project, this one's been the most compatible. So today I went in and worked the code a little bit, and after the PC boots up, we run a little program that fixes the keyboard controller so that both of these will work, as well as the PC speaker, but this is mostly about these keyboard controllers. Let me hit on the PC speaker real quick. So the PC speaker is driven by a system timer. You see I've got an 8253 here. This is the one you want to use on your project. We got an 8254. They're very, very similar. They both will work, but this one's not as good. A lot of games, when you're running them, the sound off this one it's got issues. And then it just happens to be that the V40 that's got a built-in system timer is built around this one. So that's the V40 was going to have the same issues that this chip does. Generally speaking, I would recommend using this system timer in the project and this keyboard controller. So we've got it all set up over here. I actually have the mouse connected today as well. So running a V20, and then I've got my keyboard controller plugged in. Let's show you this booting up. I'm going to show you both keyboard controllers booting up here, and I'll also talk about the code for a brief minute. One thing with the code, I did have to correct the PC speaker so that it turns off. See if we can get the screen to come on. So you hear that toning, and that's what I have to correct in the code as well. Starting FreeDOS. There's our keyboard batch, well, it's not a batch file, it's a COM file. And that corrected the keyboard and the speaker all at once. So now, see keyboard types. Let's look at our COM file real quick. You know, with the invention of the internet, .com files, it confuses people sometimes when you talk about them. So, here's the code. Basically, for the VT82C42V to work, it's in the manual. You've got to, that first line there, that AA needs to go out on 64, port 64. After you do that, there's a loop here. This is just kind of give it a little time to work. And then you got to call this in off port 60. Now that was what was kind of holding me up right there. This whole time was that in. So the VT and the WinBond are a little different. And the VT wants to see that. It needs, I guess it probably just clears out the port or something. So the WinBond will work without that. The VT needs that. Anyway, then you come down here and you write 60 out port 64. That tells it a command's coming. We're going to send at 4.1, which is PC mode, and turns it on basically, enables the interrupt, and send that out port 60. And then down here, the next line, B6 out 43, that corrects the speaker right there. So that's the code. I'll make this downloadable, or I'll put it as a link in the description so you can download the file. So if you have my board and your keyboard's not working right, you can try this code and it should work. So let's just quit. Now, let me show you the sound. So spelled it wrong. This is the sound. This game is the one that gives me the most issues with sound. You can see this is with the VT82C42V and the 8253 system timer. The sound works fine. This is actually the best I've ever had the sound work with this game. So that's the combination I'd highly recommend when you build your board. And that's how I'll be sending them out. I'm going to trade out to the WinBond just to show that it works without any change to the code. I kind of want a one fix for everything, just kind of be universal. With this chip, you're not going to hear any toning. Same with a V40, you won't hear a tone either typically. So there's something about the combination of the 8253 and that WinBond chip that create no tone. But then, like I say, as you can see, we fixed that with that keyboard file. So I'm not going to show you the camera here. I'm going to show you we'll just show you the game again. Spelled it wrong again. So you can get the sound to come on, but when I push a key, it turns off. So it's probably a software issue. But anyway, the big point of this, though, it's not about the game. It's about that both keyboard controllers work with this board, with that patched file. Now, without that keyboard file, with this current BIOS, no keyboard works. As far as with the luck I've had, it doesn't work at all. So anyway, if you have any questions, email me or leave a comment. I'll answer it, or try to answer it. So, thanks for checking this out today.